Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back in here on PlayStation Source. Do not ask me how my weekend went. I don't want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all here watching this video had a great New Year's weekend, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy because like Saturday felt like Sunday, and then Sunday felt like Sunday part 2. It was crazy, but regardless, we do have, of course, a brand new batch of games for PlayStation Now that will be added to the service. I think tomorrow, I believe. Let me yep, on January 4th, tomorrow, all these games will be added to the service so you can enjoy it with your PS Now subscription. Without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we get into it, if you could be so kind, that is to go down and check that description, find links to our Discord, our Twitter, our Anchor link, and of course definitely that Anchor link to get up to date on a brand new podcast that may or may not be debuting this week. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Definitely get up to date with that, and let's get right into it. Starting off here, of course, for PS Now 2022 January, the fresh batch, we are starting with Mortal Kombat 11. Enter a new era of combat with the 11th installment of the iconic fighting franchise, and reveal the consequences of Raiden's actions dating back to the dawn of the bone-crunching series. Witness the manipulation of time itself as new characters enter the fray with the power to twist the flow of the battle, buy themselves precious seconds, and get the upper hand. Battle-hardened warriors encounter their former selves, time quakes, shake-up matches, and everything you thought you knew about Mortal Kombat will be challenged as the all-powerful force behind the brutal tournament reveals herself. So I was pretty unaware that this Mortal Kombat 11 has a lot of like time manipulation and different, you know, past selves fighting their future selves, etc. I had no idea, but overall, you know, I have been a fan of Mortal Kombat pretty much since I played Mortal Kombat 10, I believe, back on Vita. That was a really good game, at least in my opinion. I played it a lot, but I've been meaning to play a fighting game, and maybe this might be the chance to actually jump into Mortal Kombat 11 and definitely check out this. With the Metacritic being 82, you can't go wrong with this. What's crazy is that I looked and Googled this like 3 times, right, guys? This game came out in 2019. That seems so wrong to me that I can't even fathom. Like that seems too recent to me. I don't know what's going on, but there it is, Mortal Kombat 11. You can play it on PS Now starting tomorrow with your subscription. Next up, we continue the rollout of multiple Final Fantasy games debuting on PS Now over the course of the past few months. I think this might be the last one. I think they said January would be the last time we would get a Final Fantasy in PS Now, but lo and behold, we have Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Enter an era of war within the world of Ivalice, I think I said that right, the small kingdom of, oh god, Dalmasca, conquered by the Arcadian Empire, is left in ruin and uncertainty. Princess Ashe, the one and only heir to the throne, devotes herself to the resistance to liberate her country. Vaughn, a young man who lost his family in the war, dreams of flying freely in the skies. In a fight for freedom and fallen royalty, join these unlikely allies and their companions as they embark on a heroic adventure to free their homeland. So I know, you know, little next to nothing about this installment. I do like the artwork in this whole game going on, and the way they have it like styled. Like, looks almost like oil painting type style. Looks pretty interesting. The premise seems kind of like run-of-the-mill. I don't know, like it doesn't seem like anything's popping out to me really that, you know, really discerns it from another Final Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of just seems like a run-of-the-mill story of them trying to reclaim their homeland, etc., all the good stuff. But the Metacritic says it is not just that. It is at an 86 for Metacritic, so this will be the 2017 release of the PS4 version of the game, so it looks like it's going to be in good condition overall. So, you know, hey, you know, if I'm ever in the mood to try out Zodiac Age, I can now do so on PS Now and everything. And of course, with this game being a PS4 version, you will be able to download the game as opposed to just having to only stream this game, so that's always a plus right there. And yeah, if you want to check out Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, you can do so on PS Now this month. Now look, guys, I'm not even going front, you know, these next 4 games, they're going to be either hit or miss in my opinion. This looks like it might be a hit for real, okay? Fury Unleashed will be added to PS Now this month, starting tomorrow, okay? Shoot your way through the pages of an ever-changing comic book in this fast-paced roguelike. Play solo in local or online co-op, expand your weaponry, and upgrade your hero with each run. All that to find out why your creator has lost his faith in you and to prove him wrong. So that's pretty, you know what, that's an interesting premise, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like it's gonna be like this like 2D platformer based shooter, looks like, type thing, where it is a roguelike and everything. This looks really interesting, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Like, and according to the Metacritic here, a lot of people liked this game at a 78, you know what I'm saying? It looks like the gameplay from me, you know, just like looking at this right now, it looks like it would have been a little bit higher, at least what I would have thought. But you know, 78, once again, not a bad score, not a bad score, guys, calm down, not a bad score. And it came out last year, so I may have to check this out. You know, I think it was this one. Oh no, it was a different game that was on PS Vita as well. But this looks really cool. You know, we have a skill tree, we have this 2D platforming combat. It looks interesting, and it's you know, premise is really cool too as well. You know, like a really cool premise of you being this comic book character trying to prove to your creator that you are worth creating more content for and all that good stuff. So definitely check it out here on PlayStation Now this month if you are curious about Fury Unleashed. Alright, so you know, Fury Unleashed might have been a hit, you know what I'm saying, as far as I'm aware, but Unturned, this next game here, this might be a miss, a major miss. Let's just read the readout first, okay? Assume the role of a survivor in the open world sandbox zombie infested ruins of a modern day society. Work with your friends and forge alliances to remain among the living. Find weapons and supplies to survive against the zombies and gain experience points which can be used for upgrades while you progress throughout the game. Survive online and battle together with up to 24 friends thanks to dedicated servers, or share the adventure at home in split screen multiplayer. So this game reminds me a little bit of Roblox, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it. It looks like great value Roblox, you know what I'm saying? Off-brand Roblox, you know what I'm saying? If you live here on the West Coast, Kroger brand, you know, grocery store stuff and everything. And I'm not sure about this one. You know, this came out last year, November 2020. I think that's the day the PS5 came out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I believe that's the day the PS5 came out, I believe, as far as I'm aware. No, I'm pretty sure that is, right? But what's interesting is that when I looked a little bit deeper into the Metacritic, it wasn't officially scored by review outlets on Metacritic, but I do have some user scores to read for you guys. So the user score on PS4 is 1.7, and the user score on PC at least is 7.7, and I believe Xbox One was like 6.6 or like 6.0 or something like that. So I'm gonna let you guys take with that as you will. I'm not sure if this is worth your time, but hey, if you want to check out like a Roblox type of game here, which I guess, you know, I'm sure there's some sort of, you know, fan base that wants a Roblox experience on the console, because Roblox, as far as I'm aware, is not available on the console space yet. But yeah, if you want to check out Unturned, you can do so with PS Now this month. Next up here, this is one of those times where I really wish that PlayStation still gave a shit about the PS Vita, you know what I'm saying, to any sort of degree, because this game also has a Vita version, and I would love to have the free PS Plus version come to Vita, but I don't think it will. Here we are, Super Time Force Ultra. Let's get right into this, okay? Super Time Force Ultra is an action-packed platformer with a time-traveling twist. You're in control of time itself, bending and stretching it to your advantage on the battlefield. Rewind time and choose when to jump back to the action, teaming up with your past selves in a unique single-player co-op experience. Take control of up to 19 unique characters and battle across 6 different time periods, from the long ago past to the far away future. This game sounds really intriguing, you know what I'm saying? I really want to play this, but I would love to play this on Vita. You hate to see it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe, you know, if you redeem this, right, it might be still eligible to, you know, ping in the system that you quote unquote bought it on PS4/PS5, and then maybe it'll still trigger onto your library on Vita. Who knows? I'll let you guys know in a video or like a stream later on this week if I actually do check it out. But here on the Metacritic Metacritic, it is at an 82. So this does have that good Metacritic score. I love the art style of this, very colorful, like, you know, like pixel art type of deal here with this game. It looks really fun, fast, frenetic, and I like the whole, you know, rewind time abilities and all that, and being able to jump into, you know, specific battle sequence with your past selves. That's interesting, man. So, you know, hey, Super Time Force Ultra, that might be something that you guys may have to play here on PS Now starting tomorrow. And last up here in our update video for PS Now, January 2022, we do have access to Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition, which I believe this is the PS5 version specifically. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is for the most part. In Kerbal Space Program, take charge of the space program for the alien race known as the Kerbals. You have access to an array of parts to assemble fully functional spacecraft that flies or doesn't based on realistic aerodynamic and orbital physics. Launch your Kerbal crew into orbit and beyond while keeping them alive to explore moons and planets in the Kerbal solar system, constructing bases and space stations to expand the reach of your expedition. So this seems to be more of like a simulation type of game where, you know, you are literally running a space program, right? And I think like the overall like physics and the way the game like seems to be looking from a control standpoint, at least in the gameplay, looks a little bit like Outer Wilds, you know what I'm saying? And like I know there were a lot of comparisons that I heard a lot about Outer Wilds to Kerbal Space Program, being that like Outer Wilds was mainly telling a narrative, right, as opposed to Kerbal Space Program, which is definitely you just role playing, you know, being a part of a space program and reaching out into the solar system and finding more and reaching more on your expedition, making bases, etc. So it's a pretty cool spin on it, you know what I'm saying? Like this definitely looks interesting. I've heard a few things about this game and everything, with a Metacritic here of of a 64. Okay, that was lower than I thought. Honestly, that was a little bit lower than I thought. I know a lot of people like this game. I've definitely heard you know, people talk about this game and everything, but was not expecting a 64 on that Metacritic. But you know, I digress. I've heard good things about it, and you can check it out for yourself on PS Now tomorrow with the new batch of games. So from the top to the bottom, let's go over all of them that you'll be getting tomorrow. You'll be getting access to Mortal Kombat 11, Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, Fury Unleashed, Unturned, Super Time Force Ultra, and Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed the full batch of PS Now games that you'll be getting tomorrow for January 2022 with your subscription. If you enjoyed, down below hit up our Discord, our Twitter, and an Anchor link that you can listen to our long form content and podcasts. One of those, of course, being the Road to Forbidden West podcast is coming very shortly, and a bunch of other Road to series in the future. Road to Ragnarok as well. Perhaps Road to Gran Turismo, maybe, probably not, honestly. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, cover the game as a first time player of Gran Turismo, maybe not do a Road to, but we will see in the future what comes of podcasts here on the channel. And a lot of you, if you enjoyed it as well, stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.